Hall 4. Hall 4 is named the Red Book or Nature Memorial. The exhibits are meant to show the danger in which the flora and fauna of the Republic of Moldova are. Rare, extinct, or endangered species are exhibited here, species that are protected by the state. The exhibits are placed in accordance with the living environment of the species, characteristic for forests, steppe, aquatic, and rocky ecosystems. Those among the rocky species, the buzzard and the gray bald eagle, disappeared. The wagtail, screech, and owl are endangered. The goshawk is a species of large white-tailed eagle. The barn owl is a nocturnal bird of prey, reddish-yellow with brown spots, that feeds on mice. The owl is the largest nocturnal bird in the country, which has a large head, pointed ears, and big eyes. Their numbers declined between the 1930s and the 1950s due to extensive use of pesticides, declining mouse population, and the deforestation. The plant world was still subject to danger. Plants that love dry climates are increasingly rare: Aurinia, Immortella, Patronychia, and Schiverecia from Podolia, a historical region in western Ukraine. Aurinia is a perennial rock plant. It grows and develops in the form of dense bushes. The leaves are whitish-green, and during the flowering period, the plant becomes extremely beautiful thanks to the dense and intensely colored flowers. Aurinia is a small plant, reaching a maximum of 15-20 centimeters. The flowering period starts from April and lasts till end of June. This flower loves light and well-drained soils. Immortella is a perennial plant with a maximum height of 60 centimeters. The plant is covered with a sort of hair. Its color is gray-green. It develops a strong woody taproot. It blooms from June to September, its yellow flowers appearing in the form of small heads. Cut, the plant keeps its shape and color for a long time, hence the name Immortella. Straw flowers. Immortella grows and dry in bright places in plain and hilly areas. Many species of plants, animals, and birds from Kodri were registered in the Red Book. Lynxes have disappeared from the fauna of Kodri. Forest marten, an ermine, and wildcat have become increasingly rare, the number of which is very small and continues to decrease considerably. Lynxes are wild cats about the size of a dog. The lynx has a short tail with a black tip and tufts of black hair on the tip of the ears, which is distinguishing it from other types of cats. The color of the fur depends on the species and the climate conditions. It varies between chestnut and beige or even white. The weight of this feline is between 30 and 58 kilograms. Like all felines, lynxes have sharp claws. All lynx species are carnivorous, predatory, and territorial, and their range covers from 100 to about 2,000 square kilometers. The limitation of hunting space has led to a drastic decrease in the number of these felines. The marten is a carnivorous animal that lives mostly in trees. It has a length of 34-61 centimeters, a tail between 15-30 centimeters, and a weight of 0.6 up to 2 kilos. The body is elongated and slender. The head is relatively large, the muzzle pointed. The ears are quite large, triangular in shape, with a rounded tip. Martens have golden brown to blackish fur, darker on the legs and tip of the tail. The chest is yellowish, orange, or white. Martens hunt alone. They are mainly carnivorous species, but they also frequently consume fruits. They feed on mice, rats, rabbits, squirrels, partridges, lizards, birds, and even small deer. but they also eat frogs, fish, snails, insects, bird eggs, sweet and juicy fruits, honey, and then when they are hungry, martins also eat animal corpses. Martins have a precious dark fur which has long been used to make expensive clothes, so they were of great interest to hunters. The ermine is a species of carnivorous animal distinguished from the vessel by its larger body size. Ermines have precious fur, brown in summer and white, fine and shiny in winter. They are small, with an elongated and thin body, up to 32 centimeters. The legs are short and the tail is long with a black tip. The wildcat feeds on rodents, small birds of the steppe and forest. It is gray-brown in color with black stripes. These cats can reach up to 80 centimeters with a tail of up to 40 centimeters. It prefers quiet forests with old trees and clearings. The most developed senses are hearing and smell. As a nocturnal and twilight animal, it has eyes well adapted to night vision. Hunting tactics are similar to those of the domestic cat. It can swim if it has to, but generally avoids water. In the Red Book of the Republic of Moldova, species of birds that once lived in large numbers on this land were listed. The grey eagle, the lapwing, the mountain grouse, and the birch grouse. A large number of plants are also on the verge of extinction due to their collection for medical or commercial purposes. Spring rush, violets, snowdrops, water lilies, variegated tulip, perbastern tulip, forest peony, rabbit's shadow. The little grouse and bustard have disappeared from the fauna of the steppes. Endangered are the steppe eagle and the field eagle. In the list of rare steppe plant species are the soft kargana, the Ukrainian areniara, and the milkweed were included also. The heptofauna of the steppes is also in a different stage. The most vulnerable are such reptiles as the four-striped snake and the hazel snake, which live only in some biotypes, with a herd of several dozen individuals whose number is continuously decreasing. In the last 20 years, the number of bird species in wet biotopes has decreased several times. The great egret, the black stork, the pelican, the swan, the gypsy bird, and the shoveler are becoming increasingly rare in the bird life of the ponds. The works of drying up and modifying the riverbeds, undertaken especially between 1960s and 80s, led to the disappearance of many species of plants from the aquatic flora, such as the fish and water chestnut. At the beginning of the 19th century and until today, fishing was an important branch of the region's economy. Due to the profound transformation of the aquatic ecosystems and due to the extensive pollution, fish stocks have suffered great losses. The species of sturgeon have disappeared, the common sturgeon, Russian sturgeon, and bester. Before the construction of the Dubasar hydroelectric power plant dam, these species were common in the Dniester ichthyofauna, migrating annually to the breeding sites. Since 1949, photographs have been preserved proving rivers on the territory of the Republic of Moldova being rich in fish. There were sturgeons on Dniester River. It is a migratory fish that spawns at a fairly high depth of 8-15 meters. At the age of 75, the fish can reach a mass of 1,500 kilograms and a length over 2 meters. The Red Book haul may become unusable if measures are not taken to protect nature. It is the duty of each of us to control and save the rare and endangered species.